Welcome, my Magick Lotus Tribe. I am saging our space so we can get the energies going for navigating the universe. Welcome. If it's your first time joining my channel, my name is Lisi. Please subscribe below and welcome. People always ask me, why are you doing this? Why you started it? But only my close friends and family, they know this is my niche. This is who I am. This is just something innately in me. And I just want to share my journey, my spirituality, my process of doing things, which everyone does things differently. On YouTube, there's millions of people out there throwing cards, card slingers, and astro live people, and all these things. So you have to go with your intuition, whoever are you drawn to, and go from there. So here I am sharing my love and light with you all. So if you're down, come on for the ride and let's navigate through this universe. Let's start by opening our circle. I have my little handy dandy bell. So let's get that going. Just want to open up. Just breathe. Let go all of that energy from work, from the kids. Just let it go. And let's get into navigating the universe. And see where the stars, what does that mean? Let's see where the stars and the planets and what is going on right now in this time. So, we have my journal of notes, and I have a little calendar, 2018, 2019 little calendar here that I work out of, that I jot things down. So I work between these two. If you want to get out a journal, this is definitely a time that you may have to be writing down dates, and I have information for you. So get out a pen, paper, journal, whatever you have. My favorite thing is anything that has planets, stars. I have this journal that I'm working out of, and then this journal I got from Walmart. It was like $1 something at Walmart. This one, it's a spiral. It's a one subject notebook. And then this one I got, it's just a phase. It has the galaxy patterns on it. This one was at Michael's, and this was $5. So there's just, I love anything that I can get my hands on with the planets and stars and so on. So if you can grab that out, that'll be great. Let's grab a paper and pen and let's get started. All right, we are gonna look at the calendar first. We are in, today's date actually is the 25th, but we're talking about the energies that are going from March 24th through the 31st. So if you want to write that down, March 24th through the 31st. So let's start off, well, everybody knows it's everywhere. You see the memes, it's Mercury retrograde, and that goes on till the 28th of March, 1359 time, if you wanted to know that. And we have Mercury conjunction to Neptune all the way from the 23rd of March till April 4th. And basically what that energy is bringing to us, what that means is intuitive, creative, creativity is stimulated, insight into our own minds and into others' behaviors. So basically, really getting in touch with empathizing with people at this time and using your intuitiveness and creative mind. is what this energy that is surrounding us with Mercury conjunction to Neptune all the way till April. Also, conscious reasoning can be distorted by subconscious matters, however, so concentrate on cold, hard facts can be challenging. So having like that daydreaming type of complex lately during this week, and you know, you ever get that fog brain type of scenario? And also, it says daydreaming, like I just said, daydreaming, visual, if I could talk, right? Visualization and prophecies are stimulated. So that fog brain, that, you know, really not here in a daze type of energy, and that's going through April 4th. Also, communication can be unclear, vague, or downright confused. So yeah, that energy of being confused, dazed, not really like out, like besides yourself, if you know what that means. Just keep in mind of that when it's just not a time to plan or do anything big, major, sudden. And with that being said, we move on to, you could be subject to deception. Avoid signing any contracts under this influence. So, very important, write this down. Here's a date for you. March 23rd through April 4th, this is just not the time to start any contracts, new, business-wise, personal. It's just not the time for it. It's just energetically with the Mercury conjunction to Neptune is just not the favorable time to do that. Moving forward, we have, where's my calendar? Let me get in that. So we have on the 26th, March 26th, Venus enters Pisces. So basically, if you don't know, Venus rules affection, attraction, aesthetics, desire of beauty, balance, value, and harmony. So the key points that we want to remember with Venus moving into Pisces is we are able to forgive and understand. We are suitable and seductive. We show compassion to our partners. Venus in Pisces is tender, affectionate, although hard to reach nevertheless, as there is a longing for something that is hard to define and hard to satisfy. Boundaries and borders blur under Venus and Pisces. So it says the shadow side of this position is allowing ourselves to be victimized and deluded, as well as invasiveness. Remember, so the Venus is in the 5th house. So this energy is pertaining to your lover, your partner, your children, your talents, creativity, personal self-expression. So Venus was squaring Mars. Relationships not seeing eye to eye, needing space is what the energies were coming through. So now we move into this week on the 27th, which is Wednesday, moving more toward a more compassionate mind frame, a more forgiving heart. So personally, I definitely see this holding true because Friday, me and my husband, we had a big blow up and we really weren't seeing eye to eye to the point where I'm like, okay, you know what? This isn't going anywhere. So good night. Like it wasn't even worth even talking about or talking through. We weren't absolutely what it says verbatim, Venus squaring Mars, is relationships not seeing eye to eye. So now moving from that energy into Venus moving into Pisces, which definitely is more, Venus is the goddess of beauty and love, and moving into a harmonious, which, Pisces is just more alluring, more spacey, spiritual. It's just a better love vibe in a sense, a sympathetic vibe. So I can definitely see it transitioning, and thank God for that, because who wants to be in that energy and space of, just warring with love, it's not a nice space. So that's good to know and keep that in mind. Then we move on to, I'm looking at my notes if I'm looking down. March 28th, Venus. Let's see, I have here Venus sextile and Uranus. It says, lose your fears of taking risk at this time, and you happily embrace all that is new, unusual, and out of the ordinary regarding to romantic involvement as well as financial undertaking. You are ready to experience but not ready to commit. It's a good time for financial investments / stocks, undertaking involvement involving electronics, technology, the internet, metaphysical, and the arts, as well as group activities. Others will appreciate your more unique qualities now. So basically, what this is saying is, if you look at the calendar, March 28th is Wednesday. So Wednesday is the Powerball, so go and play it for sure. You never know, toss the coin in the air and see where it lands, see where, the luck lands, but definitely is favorable under financial undertaking. And this is not the first time this week that this comes up, so keep that in mind. Put a little asterisk under financials on March 28th. And embracing all that is new, unusual, and out of the ordinary, which the theme for this week is transformation. Now, let's follow that word, transformation. In transformation, there are many stages. It's not that you just go from point A to point B and that's it. There are literally stages, like gestation, like if you were birthing a child, there's different stages to getting to birth. So definitely this week is one of those moments in the energy that we're going through that gestation, we're going through that transformation. Look at the energy from last week and moving into a more favorable, harmonious energy this week. So taking those risks, embracing happiness, all that is new, unusual, and out of the ordinary. So definitely going to places that you're not accustomed to, or you're not usually doing. For example, if you like Indian food or Thai food you haven't tried, go to a new restaurant with your spouse, because Venus is in Pisces too, so we have all this positive, harmonious energy, and try something new in that sense with your spouse this week, or partners, or whatever it may be, relationship wise. Do something new out of the ordinary. So moving forward, I pulled some cards for us. First, I'm going to read out of Earth Magic by Stephen D. Farmer. It's a beautiful oracle deck. And the first card, now remember what I said earlier about the energies. So the first card I got was Wind, activation. Remember what I said about transformation. Transformation is like a gestation. It has different stages and phases. So we have wind activation. Walking outdoors, feeling the breeze on your body. Inhale the aromas of nature. Release the tension and stress from your mind and body. Music sparks pleasure senses of our brain. Art as well sparks your emotional responses. Touch from another human for the need of being physically held. Get active, be fully present and fully present in your body. Keep that in mind when we're talking about Venus, this energy with Venus and the planets, and trying something new and unusual. And then this card of activation from the Earth Magic deck came about saying activation, go outside, go feel the breeze on your body, inhale the aromas of nature, going outside, doing something out of the ordinary. See how everything is correlating, everything is in sync with the planets and with the divination. So the second card that I got is Autumn Equinox, release. Release what no longer is useful or needed for emerging expression of who you are. Give away to what life has to birth in your life. Let go of whatever has outlived its purposefulness and trust that something else will take its place. Definitely sounds like transformation, change, a process of releasing, and one of those steps in transformation. The last card I got in that oracle deck, I pulled 3 cards, is Mountain, which means strength. Don't deny your strength you have because of external influences that are not healthy for you. Stand steady as a rock. Okay? So definitely, again, going in sync with where the planets are in the sky and going together with the divination. The second deck that I pulled is from the Archangel Oracle. I pull different oracles. I have a few up here in my little case that you can't see it, but up here, different ones, whatever is calling to me when I'm in the space, and to see if it's correlating, to see if that energy is the same through the divination. So with the Archangel, we got Archangel Zachiel. It says, keep an open mind and learn new ideas, then teach these ideas to others. Okay, keep that in mind. Like you're like, what does that have to do with change? It's a process. Zachiel, keep an open mind and learn new things, then teach others. Share new ideas. Learn new topics. So when you're learning something new, you're transforming yourself mentally, and it can be physically, because if you're learning a trade or you're learning something new, using your hands, healing people, it's a transformation. It's transforming from one place to another, like a butterfly transforms from a caterpillar to a butterfly. It's a transition. So learning new ideas is the same process. You're at one state of mind, and then you're learning new ideas and you're transforming, and at the end, you're something totally different. So we can learn from each other. And then it says, be observant of patterns in everything you see, hear, and think. So we can learn from each other. We can learn from things that we see on a daily basis. For example, really keeping an eye on the synchronicities. So if you hear about the angel numbers, or if a word keeps popping up to you, or if, let's say, I'll give you an example for me. I've been wanting to go to Oregon, and everywhere I go, I'm seeing the word Oregon. And I'm in Florida. So there's street signs like Oregon Ave. And I'm like, what? That's so weird. I met a friend when I was at the metaphysical shop saying, oh, she just went to Oregon, and I didn't even know that. And she literally just came back. And so it's just synchronicity. So keeping those synchronicities in mind and learning from them. The next oracle deck that I pulled from, which is a favorite, is the Goddess Guidance Oracle from Doreen Virtue. And that card, let's follow the synchronicities, right? We got Sage. If I'm pronouncing it right, I don't know. I think it's Sage. It says, quiet time. Take some quiet time alone to rest, meditate, and contemplate. Okay? Now you're like, okay, what does that have to do with transformation? Is being quiet? Yes, it does. Being quiet is another process of transformation. Let's go with that. Okay, the message from Sage. Quiet time. Take some quiet. It says quiet time. Take some quiet time alone to rest, meditate, and contemplate. Let go of worries, words, and plans. Quiet the mind. Go into the depths of the space in the silence of your mind. Go on a retreat. Listen more. Talk less. Avoid loud noises and sounds. Meditate. Surrender the mind chatter to heaven. It says, Sage teaches us that our roots are in the silent void of the universe, and that it's important for us to reconnect with silence regularly. That is so deep. It is transforming your inner self from this hustle and bustle and this busyness and this chaos that we live on a day-to-day basis in the 21st century type of scenario where it's go, 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 go. And you're transforming the inner self to quiet the mind and really take a minute to understand where we are, where we're going, and where we've been. And it all coincides together. The last card from my favorite is from the Santa Muerte Oracle. Now let's read this straight out the book. So we got, this is the back of the card. This is what the card looks like. You can see that. It's a beautiful deck. I love, love, love this deck. So the card is Santa Muerte. We have come to the last card of the world of action and the last card of this oracle, which concludes in a new beginning. Santa Muerte reminds us that all the energy we have at our disposal is a loan. We will have to pay back, and it is thus our responsibility to transform it in the most beautiful and positive way possible throughout our existence. This energy was present in the moment it allowed us to exist, as well as we lie in our cribs after birth. It is lovingly holding our hand when we face a new staircase in the grave. Just as life generates death and death generates life, this card invites us to accept any change, transformation, and drastic serving of perspective with a smile. Let me read that again. Just this part. Just as life generates death and death generates life, this card invites us to accept any change, transformation, or drastic serving of perspective with a smile. Haven't we been talking about change and transformation? That is the theme for this week. Definitely. It says, make a firm decision on what to cut and what to change in your life. Otherwise, no betterment will be possible. It's that theme of transformation and change, cutting out what no longer serves us. That was another theme of change, you know, of releasing. Remember, we got that card and the Earth Magic. Where's my Earth Magic deck? The Earth Magic deck, it was the autumn equinox. It said release. Let's go back to that. I have it in my notes. Excuse if you hear the kids in the back. My notes say, release what no longer is useful or needed in the emerging expression of who you are. Give away to what life has to birth in your life. Let go of whatever outlived its purposefulness and trust that something else will take its place. Keep in mind, transformation, release. Release what no longer serves you. Be strong like a rock, like the mountains. And welcome in the change and the transformation with a smile. With a smile. As hard as it could be, at times change is painful. It's not, excuse me, I need some water. It's not unicorns and rainbows. It's my little cup. It says summer vibes. I'm a Leo. It's always summertime for me. And I live in Florida, so literally it's always summertime. So keep that in mind as you go through this week, March 24th to the 31st, of transformation, the different stages and accepting. And if you forget, review this video again and jot down the dates if you forgot them, and just invite the change and transformation with a smile, no matter how hard it gets, because it's not an easy road all the time. Just like birthing a child is difficult, and it's that same thought and method. Just like the trees in nature go through the seasons in the fall, and their branches are bare in the fall, but guess what? You know, springtime comes and it's going to regrow and birth something beautiful again. And keep that hope and that energy alive this week. Thank you, my tribe. And one more thing, I want to share with you some affirmations, mantras, the keywords that we were using in our workshop for Ostara and our spring equinox. So let's start with forgiveness. Remember, that theme of transformation and change. We want to forgive and release those friendships that no longer serve us. Or if we broke off a friendship and it still hurts, and that pain and so on, we want to release those feelings. Also, forgiveness of unfulfilled dreams. So if you've been trying to work on your intentions and manifesting things and they haven't come to fruition yet, you need to release and forgive that yourself for feeling away because it has not fulfilled yet. It's just not time. So keep that in mind. The key word for this month, which is, we only have a week left, would be I balance. So finding the harmony and balance, whether it be your personal life and your work life, find the balance, kids, husband, spouse, in everything, trying to find the balance between work and play, etc. The mantra, when you're meditating, you want to use the mantra LAM. lamb, lamb. Lamb is the mantra. The affirmation to continue to the end of this week is, I am a great friend and I attract great friends. My dreams and wishes are now manifesting. Again, I am a great friend and I attract great friends. My dreams and wishes are now manifesting. So that's just a little recap for what we did at our workshop, and I wanted to share that with you so that you can use it as a tool throughout the end of this month, and really taking that to heart as you're in this, as we all are in this transformation mode of release, forgiveness. There's a lot of steps to transformation. And I just want to say thank you to my Magick Lotus Tribe, who is here continuously on my journey and helping me as I'm helping you and learning and growing. Thank you.